Happy birthday to me, happy birthday to me. It's 4 years today since Prime of Midlife started. Good evening and welcome back to Prime of Midlife. I got the notification on YouTube today that it has been 4 years since I started a YouTube channel. And I was like, there's no way it's 4 years. So off I jolly well trotted and looked back, and yes, it is. Since I actually started this channel, it's been 4 years. Although I only started posting regularly in 2022. So yeah, my very first video was dehydrating cooked rice so that I could make minute rice. So yeah, that's 4 years. So happy birthday, and thank you so much for being here through this journey as I have learned loads and loads of different things. And I made a point of looking at my first few shopping hauls. Oh my goodness, my shopping has changed hugely. The first couple of hauls were when I was like, yeah, I'm starting to prep, I'm getting my big bags of rice, I'm getting yeast, I'm learning how to make bread. It was mainly a lot of the stuff that came from lockdown. So yeah, there was a lot of that, but oh my goodness, the amount of processed food I got compared to what I get now, quite a difference. And that is sort of something I had been thinking about earlier today when I was like, what am I going to do a video on tonight? And I was like, probably food in such a way, but actually I'll leave that one till tomorrow. But definitely the difference in how I work, how I do things is huge. Instead of getting a big shop every week, because I used to spend a lot on shopping every week and I would get it delivered, I now normally go through on a Sunday morning and I start with the reduced items. And from what I get in the reduced meat section, that's where I go. I normally then go to the reduced veg section, and most of my shopping revolves around that. Whereas before, I just looked at one where I did have like chicken and stuff, a fresh chicken, but I had the broccoli and cheese sauce or broccoli and sauce. Now, I don't remember the last time I actually looked at that, but I think it was over £2 for a little portion of broccoli and cheese sauce and white sauce. Sorry, you're like, how can you justify paying that? How did I justify paying that before? And then it sort of falls into place because at that time, when I had started the channel, all right, mum and dad were both in care. I hadn't lost dad by that time. I hadn't realised the problems I would have with money and the estate and everything. So I didn't have to be very careful with money at that time. Now I am very careful with money. And the changing the shopping, the food shopping, has allowed me to do that. It's allowed me to sort things out for Kathleen and I for our future that I couldn't possibly have done before. And it's meant, as I've said before on many a time, it's meant that if something's gone wrong, like I've been ill or there's been a lot of snow or bad weather or whatever, that we're all right here. There's nothing that we need to get from the shop. There's nothing we don't have here. And it's just made such a huge difference. But to think, looking back at those very, very early videos, me learning how to cook things, learning how to make bread, learning about dehydrating, about water bathing, about pressure canning. I've come through so much and utilised a lot of other YouTube channels where they have taught those things as well. And it's just been such a journey, and I can't believe, I was like, can't possibly be 4 years, and it's not 4 years of making the regular videos. It's probably about 2.5 years of doing that, almost 3. But yeah, it's a whole different world, and it's such a fabulous world to have you all here and to be able to bounce ideas back and forward off you and to be able to ask questions, to be able to learn things from you. I mean, one of the silliest things I remember is when, I don't even remember who it was, and I'm so sorry, but said, "But mayonnaise, Karen, it's so easy to make." And I like, "I'm sorry, what?" And did a video that instant, and it took me 10 minutes to make mayonnaise. And since that time, we bought a jar of mayonnaise today, I have to say, because we didn't have time for what I wanted it to get it chilled, and I didn't have eggs. Um, but that's been about, 6 months at least. And we've bought 2 jars of mayonnaise in that time. Normally, I would buy a jar of mayonnaise every couple of weeks, minimum. Sometimes I'd have to get one for 2 weeks in a row. So yeah, it's amazing how much of a journey this has been, and how it's changed what we do, and for the better, I have to say. So yeah, I just thought I'd come on and say happy birthday to us all, and thank you very much for being here for this journey. Catch you later.